The Chinese President, Xi Jinping, is expected to bring Russia to its senses and put an end to its conflict in Ukraine, according to French President Emmanuel Macron, who is currently in Beijing. Josep Borrell, the EU's top diplomat, will visit China from April 13 to 15. At a meeting in Moscow, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko discussed enhancing bilateral defense ties and enhancing economic cooperation. Sergei Lavrov, the foreign minister of Russia, arrived in Turkey on a two-day stay. Vladimir Kara-Murza, an opposition lawmaker on trial in a secret court on allegations that include treason, has asked for a 25-year prison term. The White House referred to Russia's denial of consular access to imprisoned Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich as inexcusable. Authorities in the Russian-occupied portions of eastern Ukraine said that two separate Ukrainian artillery attacks on Thursday resulted in the deaths of a total of 7 people. Yevgeny Prigozhin, the commander of Russia's Wagner Group, claimed that Ukrainian forces were refusing to leave Bakhmut and that in order to push farther, he needs greater assistance from Russia's regular military. The deputy head of the office of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Andriy Sybiha, told the British newspaper Financial Times that if Ukraine's counteroffensive reached the peninsula, Kiev would be open to talk with Moscow on the future of the peninsula. Mikhailo Podolyak, the presidential advisor for Ukraine, later seemed to contradict those statements, stating that no territorial negotiations with Moscow would begin until all of Russia's soldiers had left the country. Alexei Danilov, Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine, stated in a radio interview that Kiev's intentions to reclaim areas controlled by Russia are highly guarded, and that only a small number of people are aware of the location and timing of a planned spring operation. Greece has promised to provide Ukraine with military support for as long as it takes, but officials have also issued a warning that Greece must retain a significant amount of its Russian-made arsenal for its own defense. 1 million artillery shells are supposed to be sent to Ukraine by the European Union, but the plan is being delayed because member states disagree on how much of the money would stay within the EU, according to authorities. A day following Zelensky's visit to Poland, Ukraine's state arms manufacturer stated that Ukraine and Poland had decided to jointly make 125mm tank shells. A Ukrainian air commander claimed that the country's current MiG-29 fighter airplanes, which date back to the Soviet era, are 4 or 5 times less effective than the F-16 fighter jets that Kiev urgently needs.